Yeah, look, we always see the leg spinners play a role in T20 cricket, and Chahal again showed the value of the leg spinner in the middle of the innings. He's the first spinner that we've really seen turn the ball in the UAE. So good signs for RCB, good signs for him that he's having that impact. And there's no question that he was the match winner for this game, the way he turned the game back in favour for RCB.
It's not a surprise anymore. He just bowls all the difficult overs for RCB. Has been doing it on an even more difficult ground in Chinnaswamy. Here at least had the advantage of slightly bigger boundaries, but you've got to be brave enough to toss the ball up. And three really crucial wickets of three important batsmen which turned the game on its head for RCB.
Oh, definitely, yes. His middle overs, the way he bowled, and obviously he's got quality. And you could see that the way he got the batsman out, especially someone like Vijay Shankar, who was actually playing a defensive shot. So, I mean, he's got that class. He's got that ability to get people out even while they're defending.
Yeah, look, a couple of reckless shots against Chahal. Bairstow, the timing of that shot, given it was his last over, and also given that he had the game in control. He had a young player at the other end in Garg. It was probably a shot that he'll regret now, thinking in the dressing room, thinking it was probably not the right thing, but it was a rush of blood, and that does happen with players.
I mean, we've seen it before with Sunrisers Hyderabad, and with Williamson not playing, it put even more pressure on Bairstow and Warner. Warner a little bit unfortunate. Bairstow carrying on from the form that he's carried into this IPL. Again, you saw that when Chahal got him out, suddenly there was a little bit more panic, or batters to follow were a bit unsure, and that's why that wicket at that stage was so crucial, because at that point it looked like Sunrisers will get home. The equation wasn't that difficult, and there was a set batsman in Bairstow.
That was kind of a brain fade, if I may call it. Bairstow playing that shot against Chahal in his last over, when obviously he would have been aware of the fact that there'd be 2 overs being bowled by someone like a Dubey or a Washington Sundar, and the frailty that they have in the middle order.
Yeah, well, AB de Villiers, as we know, is a world-class player, and it just shows the value of having, that purebred type batsman at the back end of the innings. They can really threaten the opposition attack, which he certainly did with his power hitting. But it was through proper cricket strokes. He was hitting down the ground with great power, and he does threaten any team when he's in. So, again, AB de Villiers showing very early in the tournament he's going to be a threat.
Anything you say is not going to be enough about AB de Villiers. Just keep doing it day in, day out. Hasn't had a lot of cricket, hasn't been playing for South Africa over the last year, maybe a little bit more. So he doesn't have that advantage of consistent cricket. And yet when he turns up, just looks at home every time he bats, just looks comfortable and plays the shots which most batsmen only dream of. But the special thing is he always turns up when the pressure's on RCB, and today was yet another example.
I mean, it's great to have someone of AB de Villiers' quality in your side, somebody who can play the middle overs, can finish like any finisher, one of the best finishers in the world. So you have someone like him with that kind of quality, it's always great. And also the fact that he bats with a lot of responsibility, which he did in this game.
Yeah, well, Patekar was interesting because I hadn't seen him before, and I looked up a little bit about his domestic record, which is very impressive. But there was a lot of positive talk coming out of India about this young player. So I was excited to see him, and he certainly does look like a natural stroke player and a timer of the ball. And it's great to see him get the opportunity and play with such freedom, and a great way for him to start his IPL career.
To open the innings and just look so calm at the start of the innings. Reminded a little bit of how UV used to bat, tall, lanky guy, just great timing, and just seemed so calm at the crease, which is such a positive for a young player who hasn't played before at that position. So real positive. And while one game is too early to make judgments on anyone, there's some real positive signs.
Padikkal, I'm so happy for him because obviously I've seen him bat before. And always felt that he's good enough at this level as well, seeing him bat in domestic cricket. But always you have that little bit of a question mark in your head, how he's going to, whether he's temperamentally ready to play at this level. But obviously, I mean, the way he batted showed that for him, it didn't matter. He batted just the way he was batting in domestic cricket. This was no different. And obviously he has that quality in him, which shown again.
Well, Saini is one bowler that excites me out of India. He's a genuine fast bowler, world-class fast bowler. He's got that pace that he's closing in on 150. He threatens all batsmen, not just your tail enders, the top end. He's got them sort of, dancing on their feet. He's got that aggressive streak in him too, which I like. The other value that he brings to RCB, he is one bowler that clearly enjoys the role of bowling at the back end of the innings. A good confidence boost for RCB, knowing they've got definitely one death bowler firing.
One of the guys that I've always been impressed on over the last couple of years is Navdeep Saini. It's just got everything. He's got pace, he's got bounce, he's got variations. He can bowl the Yorker if need be at that kind of speed. And again, the great part is the grass seems to be going up at this point. To bowl under pressure, to bowl again, slightly dewy conditions, wet ball. It's never easy to land the ball in the spot that you want every single time, but he managed to do that incredibly well. Someone to really keep a watch out for on how his improvement is, because at the moment he's going really well.
Navdeep Saini is such a great addition to this RCB side, because one area where they really struggle is death bowling. So you have someone like Navdeep Saini, who actually is now one of the better death over bowlers in India as well, along with Bumrah. So I think that's a great addition, something that they're desperately looking for.